Speaking of before and afters, dramatic differences, please take a look at the power of retinol after 2 weeks of use. This will be very familiar to a lot of you who watch QVC regularly because there really is no retinol product that even comes close in success and in results than Peter Thomas Roth's Retinol Fusion. You are looking at 1 week, 2 week differences, and there's no skin expert who will not say retinol is an essential. But not all retinols are the same. I'm actually going to start by telling you what I think is the most important information when it comes to this retinol, and it has very little to do with its results. We'll talk about that. The most important bit of information is that you are spending $105 to get a full year's supply of the best-selling, customer choice award-winning retinol that has sold to the tune of 2 million orders. We have free shipping and handling on this in time for Christmas. And what you are looking at in these 3 bottles is the equivalent of these bottles right here, a year's supply that would cost you $390. It works, and if you are on social media at all, you have seen the latest internet sensation, which is a lovely and 101-year-old woman luxuriating in retinol. We'll discuss. It's A617493, a $21 easy pay. Cheryl Kramer K is giddy. She's cracking up laughing because she knows that I know about what's going on TikTok right now. Good to see you, honey.
Great to
Happy
see
holidays.
You. Thank you. You too.
Every year, we are going to present, because the customer demands it, some form, some bottle, some size of PTR's retinol. But I'm sorry, a year supply at 28 cents a day.
Oh, that's
did the math for you.
Oh, that is some powerful math.
Yeah, thank you.
The math that I love is if you want to give one of these away, it's $35 to be the friend who's giving a $130 bottle of skincare. But the reason you want to give this, at least one for yourself and others for your friends.
You said gift and I'm laughing. Ain't nobody's giving this away.
But the fact is, this is the product as a beauty writer and editor that I have recommended to everyone over the age of 30 because it works. It tackles everything that you see in the mirror that makes us feel old. Lines, wrinkles, crow's feet, oversized pores, weird skin texture issues. This is it. It is powerful.
Yeah, it says right here, weird skin texture. No, I'm kidding, it doesn't say
But
that.
you know you've got that one little patch that never seems to go away.
Oh, for sure.
It'll go away. But retinol really is the most powerful at-home anti-aging ingredient available on the market. And Peter's is powerful, 1.5% retinol, but it's also formulated to be gentle enough for everyone every single night.
Feels like water.
Yeah.
It's as light as water. But the reason that many people shy away from or have had a bad experience with retinol is because it is a potent ingredient that in the wrong formulation can be irritating to some skin types. This is encapsulated retinol. I'd love for you to see some of those results, and then we'll talk about what that means and how it then becomes universal for all skin types.
So this is what can happen if you're using retinol every single night for 2 weeks. Look at the before, look at the lines around the mouth. They almost look like cat whiskers, and you can see that the skin is also a little flaky. 2 weeks later, the skin looks healthier, and where are the whiskers? They are practically gone. 2 weeks. The formula has C and E in here also to be hydrating. Look at this before. Do you see the redness in her skin and the size of her pores? After 4 weeks, both are gone. And people say, wait, I thought retinol caused redness. Peter did a study of this retinol serum, and it showed that in 1 week there is no significant increase in redness. If you've never tried retinol because you've been afraid, this is the one to try. You can even use it underneath your eyes. It's that gentle. In the before, you can see there are not major signs of aging, but there are lines, there are little crisscrossy areas. 1 week later, it is really starting to brighten up and smooth out.
All right,
and
because you're getting a year's supply.
You got
go to
so
town.
much. Go for it. Look, 4 weeks. Okay, Peter's mom, who is 101, uses this all over her body because this is what you can see. In 1 week, you could be like on your cruise in a sleeveless top, feeling confident about your skin because it looks so much healthier.
So a big part of why this is so dramatic in its efficaciousness is because of it being encapsulated. So I know I'm using some big words here, but ultimately this is the way I describe it. It's like you have somebody coming into your room and reapplying your retinol every hour on the hour while you sleep. Now that would be weird and creepy. So we're gonna have a much more efficient way of doing that, which is the encapsulation.
Right, so the encapsulation means that it is just sealed up, waiting to burst. So this represents your retinol that is microencapsulated and time released. You apply the serum before you go to bed to clean dry skin, and while you're sleeping, those little blue dots, see they're disappearing? That's the retinol bursting over time onto your skin. So you're never overwhelmed with the dry, irritating retinol. You just wake up looking like Lorraine here, fresh as a flower.
Wow, we should
no
live with that.
irritation.
We'll sell out of this if everybody wakes up looking like Lorraine.
So what you're going to do at night is apply it to your clean, dry skin. This is the first thing you apply, and then you can layer whatever you like over it. Any serum that you're using, a moisturizer. This time of year, I do suggest a moisturizer just because you need the moisture, and this has vitamin C and E. It feels like a beautiful dry oil, but for a lot of people, it's not going to be enough moisture. In the summertime, I'd say, yes, this is plenty.
Could I mix it into a body moisturizer?
You can mix it into whatever you
Nice.
want. Microencapsulated also means that it is stable until you use it. So it's
Okay.
not going to degrade.
I mean, that's why they think of putting it in the dark bottle, right?
Yes.
Like everything is by design, is on purpose. They add the dropper so that you're not overusing it and just dumping a bunch in your hand that would go to waste. So breaking it apart into 3 separate bottles makes good sense from a gift standpoint. It makes good sense in a longevity of the product standpoint. And here again, you're looking at a full year supply for an easy pay of $21. But when I saw this price, Cheryl, I was like, hang on, I'm dividing this by 365 days because I need to see what this really turns out to be. 28 cents a day for the best retinol as elected by QVC customers, not some introductory brand that no one has heard of. So you're picking it up for $104.98 with free shipping and handling. Let's take a look at more before and afters, see what kind of results we can expect. And honestly, these results are pretty impressive if I told you you had to wait 60 days.
Yeah, and you're doing this in 14 nights, just once a day, once at night. Before, lots of lines around the mouth, skin that's just a little rough textured. 2 weeks later, wow, that is such a difference. Imagine putting your makeup on over the
top of the
before
after,
and then after on the after. It's not going to settle into the fine lines because there aren't fine lines. Again, it is gentle enough to bring right up under the eye, and you can see how much smoother that eye is. That is 4 weeks later. That is 1/2 of 1 bottle.
Wow.
You just need a couple of drops, and it's never too late to start retinol. It's also never too early to start retinol. So if you just have a couple of lines and wrinkles up, just maybe some oversized pores, you will still see the benefits. So look at this. That before, she's not old. She's just got a little bit of lines and texture and pores. But after 4 weeks, it looks like someone drove a Zamboni over her forehead.
No, actually, it looks like she drove
smoothed it out.
herself to an esthetician
There
and
you
had
go.
something done.
And look at that redness, pore size, and the before 4 weeks later. Wow.
So I have a question as we look at this last before and after, because we didn't have the TikTok, and I was kind of
Yes.
disappointed because I wanted to say, how do they find it if they want to see that video?
Oh, follow Ryan Thomas Roth. That's Peter's son.
Okay.
And he's got fabulous videos with him and his 101-year-old grandmother.
Literally in my ear, I hear
Selling.
people going, I've seen it, it's really cool.
It's so
Hey, maybe
funny.
we get that? A617493. Thank you so much,
Thank
Cheryl.
you.
Killer value. Killer value. Okay. QVC